Hello guys, Alex J Audios here. I'll save all my announcements for the end of the video so that you guys will not get mad at me for putting all of it at the beginning of the video. But I hope you enjoy this Mr. Aizawa one ex-listener. This is a part 1, so there will be multiple parts to this, don't worry. Some background information that you need to know before I actually get into the video is that you are a pro hero teacher at UA with Mr. Aizawa. And Mr. Aizawa is your childhood friend. You guys have been through thick and thin together, best friends, right? Okay, now time for the actual story. You're heading to the teacher's lounge so that you could eat your lunch. Once you actually got to sit down and started eating your lunch, the door opened and Aizawa was standing there looking exhausted as usual. You asked him if it was class 1A again. Yeah, you had them in class today, correct? You nodded as you had a class with them right after your lunch. If they give you too much trouble, you can always come and get me. As far as I know, I don't have any classes to look after for a couple of hours. You nodded and asked him if he could help you with class 1A right after lunch. Sure, I'll be happy to help you out with them. You looked at the time and told him that it was time for your class with 1A with a sigh. Okay, let's get going then, he said, getting up and you and him heading to your classroom. You greeted the class 1A and told them that Mr. Aizawa would be helping you teach today's lesson. They all cheered loudly, and Aizawa stared them down, making them go quiet. You quietly thanked Mr. Aizawa as you taught the rest of your lesson, hearing the bell ring, as you told them they were free to go. After all of the classes let out, you ran to Aizawa and slapped his back. Ow, that hurts, listener. You laughed and told him, and that was the point. You can be so mean sometimes. You told him that he has known this for a while. Yeah, I know. We've been friends forever. You got me on that. You asked him if he would mind if you both did movie night tonight. Sure. I don't mind at all. Just don't bring some stupid movie this time, got it? You nodded, telling him that you'll see him later. You went out town to buy a movie, but you found yourself having a troubled time choosing which one because you couldn't decide if you wanted a comedy movie or something scary. So you ended up getting both since you couldn't decide. You bought some popcorn and some other snacks that you and Mr. Aizawa enjoy, realizing that you better hurry over to his place before it got too late. Once you were there, you saw that Mr. Aizawa had everything laid out and ready for your guys' movie night. You asked him which movie he wanted to watch, and he said the comedy one. You put it in the DVR and started making the popcorn and sat down on the couch next to him. I hope this movie doesn't suck this time. If it does, I will literally throw all my popcorn at you. You smiled and said that he would never do that to you. Oh, really? You don't think I will? Just wait and see. Okay, I'm sorry for this only being like 3 minutes. I promise I will make up for it on Monday. This is only a part 1. There will be multiple parts to this. I promise you guys. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my Patreon yet, or for some reason you can't check out my Patreon, if you click on my Patreon, everybody can vote and stuff on there. Like, everybody will be able to see my content on there, even if they don't pay for it. So basically it's kind of like just like Instagram, except, different. So if you don't want to go all the way on my Patreon, you can just listen to what I'm about to say for the voting. This is what you got, what I want you guys to decide on what you guys want me to do for my live tomorrow, which is at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Specifically Eastern Daylight Time. So if you have a different time zone, please convert it over to yours so you'll know the exact same time. You'll know the exact time. So I'll list off everything that's on the poll, and you can either just comment it or you can go on my Patreon now. But I'll just list everything right now. Okay, so the first option is a thriller improv. Like, this can be either with an anime character or it could just be a regular one. You know, right? Number 2 is share scary stories. That'll just be like, just sharing scary stories. The next one is do a Q&A, which basically on the live or on one of my past videos, you would comment something like a question and I'll answer them in the live. Or since there's not going to be really trick-or-treating this year, I still got my Halloween costume and stuff that I made myself because I'm a cosplayer, just another day. But the next option is show you guys my Halloween costume and do my makeup for it live. So that's an option. Or you could just choose other and you can comment that if you want. So I just thought I'd tell you guys it was there. Also, another thing is that I have a Shinzo one up on my Patreon that will not be posted on here. But everybody can view it, I promise. You shouldn't have to pay for it, like be a patron or anything, to be able to see any content that I put on up on my Patreon, unless I put it for only Patreons only. But I don't intend to get paid for it, so yeah. Because I'm just a small-time creator. I'm here for you guys. Help you guys out. And also, thank you guys so much for 119 subscribers. I literally don't know how I could get this far without you guys. Also, if you missed my live, like you weren't there when I actually went live, for some reason, the comments on there wouldn't show up once I tried to rewatch it, which kind of confused me a bit, but yeah, so I'm sorry guys for that little mishap. I don't know how that could happen. Maybe it was my internet or something, or I accidentally switched the settings for something wrong, but I'll try to figure it out as soon as possible. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the like button. And as always, you could suggest stuff for me to put on my recommendation list, which is also linked in my channel. And I hope you guys have an overall great day. Bye. Love y'all.